Good morning. It's not morning. That's stupid. Welcome back, y'all. It's your boy, Corey the Man. We back in here. Yeah. I went to go eat and do a couple of other things while I was out. You know, stuff. You probably already know about that. I'm getting on my, I'm getting on my, YouTube right now on my phone. I'll set it up on my, I'll set it up for my, what would you call it? My computer. Just one second. All right, let's set it up right now. We got everything else set up. We gotta make sure I'm in on the right channel as well. Yeah, I gotta drop that channel. It won't give me the extra vehicle on the same channel. Okay. So it stays trying to play it's on this page. It stays trying to play movies. I don't even know what that is all about. But yeah, we're gonna let that one load out. We're gonna just get on this one right here. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, it's loading right now. So we're gonna just say forget about that one. We'll hope it loads for the next one. Let's check one more time. This one time for the fun time. And then it didn't load. So we're just gonna start with this video right here. Well, this is what this whole video gonna be about. We're not just yeah. Okay, it's low. No, that's not what I picked. Oh, crap. I went back. I didn't mean to. But the title had said something different, but it didn't load yet. That was my fault. My fault for real, y'all. Now the title said something different, had me all paid. So I was like, what's going on? This is not what I asked for. But then it turned out it was what I asked for. Let me ask you.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of SmackDown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE is willing to sign
I heard they
CM
was
Punk.
willing to sign
Is
him
the
early
Shinsuke
today.
ministry coming at Survivor Series? Wrestler Absolute Andy passes away. Plans for Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. A wrestler demands a Punjabi prison match in Philadelphia, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification
Hopefully it's
bell for
better
daily
than
wrestling
the one
videos,
Randy
and follow
had.
us on Facebook
Hopefully
for
it's not
exclusive
Randy
lists.
requesting the
Also,
match.
check out our website,
One second.
WrestleMania.com. As
Just
always, we
want to
won't
check
recap
this.
the matches, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number one, a solid tag team title match. Last night's Judgment Day vs Street Profits tag title match was a much needed match because the WWE had slacked off on featuring the belts on both Raw and SmackDown. It wouldn't be so bad having one tag title for both Raw and SmackDown if the belts were featured more often on the blue brand. It's certainly not wanting for tag teams, no
Finally
matter
got
how
that
hard
one.
Triple H tries to break them up. And last night's heel versus heel bout was strong from start to very finish. Number 2, Dragon Lee steps up. How low can Santos Escobar go? No, we're not talking about Limbo, but not only did he lay out Rey Mysterio with a brutal beatdown, he didn't wait until Survivor Series to take out Carlito. Santos' sneak attack as WWE officials tried to separate him and Carlito was just the beginning as Escobar ambushed Carlito backstage, injuring him enough that SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis called off the match. But that was until Dragon Lee stepped up and requested the match. Apparently this was the WWE's original plan, as WrestleVotes reported before SmackDown that hearing rumblings that one of tomorrow's Survivor Series matches will be changed tonight. Chatter of Dragon Lee replacing Carlito versus Santos Escobar after the injury angle. If so, it's an exciting way to push Dragon Lee out from the sidelines. Number 3,
Yeah,
All-Star
he's just
Women's
taking
Tag
on New
Match.
Girl Suicide. Well, I
Regardless of
hope
whether you're
he
bored
doesn't
with the
win the match.
WWE's can they
But
coexist subplot, last night's
he's
main event matchup between Damage
it's a good
Control's
showing, and
Asuka
then
Bayley
he
and the
wins
frenemy team of Charlotte
penalty.
Flair and Becky Lynch was an
Wins by
all-star affair.
interference from
Naturally, this match was made to suggest that
Humberto
Flair
and
and
Angel
Lynch can't
Garza.
cooperate when they step into War Games at Survivor Series, but the match was a reminder of how the elite talent competing at the top in the WWE Women's Division. Also, did you manage to catch Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair doing the finger thing? Well, by which we mean the hand gesture that they do when they were 4 horsewomen. And Corey Graves is back. There's not much to be said about Corey Graves' return other than it's good to see him back. Graves isn't a great heel color as Bobby. If Triple H prides himself on more realistic storytelling, then where the blue hell is Bobby Lashley? The Street Profits are heels, which mean they're not supposed to suffer from the good is dumb syndrome that often plagues babyfaces. Lashley should have been at ringside to offset Rhea Ripley's interference, or as some fans suggested, sent B-Fab out. There's no point in booking 2 heels or here heel teams against each other if one of them is going to play the easily bamboozled babyface role. Number 2, SmackDown hits cruise control again. Last night's SmackDown was an example of what happens when a booker gets too comfortable and relies a bit too much on a formula. Sure, Triple H has developed a formula for his shows that is generally entertaining, but last night's SmackDown was predictable and showed no spark of creativity. Perhaps Triple H didn't want to rock the boat before Survivor Series and he got some big plans for afterwards. Let's hope so, because if he doesn't, December is going to be one boring month as the WWE treads water until January's Royal Rumble. Number 3, no singles matches. On the other hand, SmackDown was different last night in having all tag team matches. It's refreshing to see the WWE giving its tag division more time, but unless you're booking an all tag team PLE, such as the early Survivor Series shows were, it doesn't make sense. It's likely the only reason WWE had so many tag teams was because Triple H still hasn't figured out how to book a 2-hour show with more than 4 matches, and he needed to get as many people on TV as possible. Number 4, Triple H needs new storylines. And while we're critiquing Hunter's work a little bit too much, we might as well bring up another shortcoming: his obsession with breaking up factions and tag teams. Last night, fans got to see Ridge Holland walk out on his Brawling Brutes partner Butch, a much needed move since the tag team has been circling the drain for the last year. And we'd like to see Butch come back as a bruiserweight Pete Dunne. But nonetheless, watching factions and or tag teams falling apart lose its appeal when you see it happening every single week. Now, there was nothing downright ugly, as SmackDown was a lukewarm show that oscillated between boredom and occasional excitement. The WWE needs to take time to focus on new storylines besides tag team and faction splitting up, and find a way to book more matches on the Blue Brand, or fans will have to wait months to see their superstars on TV, let alone see them in any type of interesting storyline. What did you guys think of SmackDown last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news.
News. Rumors.
Our first story looks at WWE willing to sign CM Punk. At top of today's news is, yep, you guessed it, the latest speculation on whether CM Punk will return to WWE at Survivor Series. ESPN recently posted a lengthy article profiling this year's Survivor Series and ended up with this tidbit should have fanned the flames of Punk's rumored return. Many wrestling news publications have reported anonymous denials from within WWE regarding any interest in bringing Punk back, especially after the extreme messiness of his breakup with AEW. We would be remiss if we didn't at least nod at the possibility of such an unexpected reunion and the epic moment it would create. Now still, there are many reports on CM Punk's return at Survivor Series. Meltzer even said, "We've seen no evidence that this is happening. CM Punk returning this weekend."
Bro, I'm watching it.
Have denied it, but it's possible
the
it's
show
a well-kept
starts
secret.
8 o'clock.
However, Meltzer also said WWE is willing to sign CM Punk if the fans want it.
I might last him. Yeah, I'm probably gonna last him with y'all from downstairs.
While every creative head has their plan, the creative side is not looking at being combative with the audience like Vince McMahon often was. There were so many CM Punk chants last night after SmackDown went off the air, and Seth didn't even know how to react to it. Check out this video by WrestlingNews.co.
We're kind of at a loss what to do here. We're at an impasse. I'm going to do something stupid.
Now, of course, tonight we're going to recap the show and provide our exclusive analysis of Survivor Series War Games, and hopefully if anything big happens. Next up, will Shinsuke Nakamura compete at Survivor Series? A Raw superstar Shinsuke Nakamura has spent the last few weeks calling out a mystery opponent, but will he finally face him at Survivor Series? Well, not according to Fightful Select, which is reporting Nakamura was not on the list to travel to Chicago. Who do you think the King of Strong Style is calling out, and will they show up in Chicago? Next up, Kurt Angle preparing for more surgery. The man who won an Olympic gold medal with a freaking broken neck is preparing to undergo fusion surgery on his neck. The Hall of Famer informed fans during an episode of his podcast, explaining why he needs it so badly. I have a lot of motor skill problems, but just so you know, I'm having neck surgery at the beginning of next year. They're going to put an artificial disc replacement, and it's going to help these right here, his hands. I can't really grab things, and things always slip out of my hands and fall. I have horrible motor skills. The former superstar went on to explain how the surgery should improve his quality of life. They said my arms because they atrophied 3 inches each, and I don't have any muscle in here. This is completely flat between his thumb and finger. There's supposed to be muscle in there, but it deteriorated. It atrophied. When I get these rubber discs or disc replacements, they're going to open up the nerves so they can go down my arm so I have better circulation. The recovery time is 2 weeks. And we send our best wishes to Angle that his surgery goes well and that he has a speedy recovery. Next up, Roman Reigns' plans at the Royal Rumble. Is an LA Knight versus Roman Reigns rematch happening at the Rumble? Well, there have been some signs that LA Knight is prepping for a rematch against the Tribal Chief. At first, Knight hasn't been quiet about how he was done wrong when he wrestled Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. Second, the WWE has booked him into more matches with the Bloodline following his controversial loss at Crown Jewel. Knight hasn't lost any momentum after dropping the match to the Undisputed Champion, which means he could be a good opponent for Reigns. But the current rumor is that Roman won't be defending the Undisputed Championship until the Royal Rumble. Presumably, this will be the first spot for LA Knight to get his rematch.
I don't think so.
Unfortunately, Dave Meltzer is reporting the rematch won't be happening, or at least not at the Rumble. We were told that as of this time, Reigns vs Knight is not the title match at the Rumble. That is Reigns' next match. There are those who feel it should be Knight in that spot. We were told Paul Levesque had another plan right now.
I want it to be
probably
AJ.
best for Knight, as he might not be able to weather a second loss to Reigns so soon after Crown Jewel. Next up, wrestler Absolute Andy passes away.
What's the
as the German wrestling
Reigns
promotion
dropped the title.
WXW
They could have
recently released
one-on-one
information
match.
that 40-year-old Absolute Andy, aka Andreas Ullman, one of its top stars, has passed away. Here's an excerpt from what the promotion posted on X. We say goodbye to one of the most deserving wrestlers in WXW history. Without a doubt, Absolute Andy is one of the best known and most popular wrestlers in German-speaking countries. In a career spanning almost 20 years, Absolute Andy has won every major title at WXW, 16-karat gold winner, WXW Unified World Wrestling Champion, WXW Shotgun Champion, 5-time World Tag Team Champion, and World Heavyweight Champion. Andy is the only wrestler to have all of these achievements on his resume, and we send our condolences to Mr. Ullman's friends and family during this incredibly hard time. And finally, a wrestler demands a Punjabi prison match in Philadelphia.
Is it
Last
Randy?
but not least, 2 former superstars are demanding that the Punjabi prison match be brought back when WrestleMania comes to Philadelphia in 2024. The Bollywood boys Harv and Gav Shira, who worked in the WWE as the Singh brothers, made their thoughts known in a tweet about Game Changer Wrestling's return to Philadelphia when WrestleMania comes to Philadelphia. Someone bring back the Punjabi prison match to Philadelphia. We're gonna get our payback in 2024. Now, WWE still owns the rights to that name, but they may be able to come up with a lawyer-friendly version of the match, much as promotions have done with the War Games match without calling it War Games. But there you have it, folks. I'll look at SmackDown as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
Okay.